Hello, friends. This is Life with Mona. And like I said, this week I'll be talking to Jah Juok. That's not his real name, but that is what he's popularly known as. So he's a banker and a chef, which I think is extremely interesting because he does both of these things full time, sort of, so to speak.
Well,
So,
thanks, Mona. The banking is full time, and the chefing or the barbecue
yeah,
is part time.
it's part time.
I love them both.
So tell me how a banker becomes a chef. Like, is this something you were born doing? Did you discover it by accident? How did that happen?
The story goes way back when I was in probably primary school, and so my dad used to go up country a lot. My dad and my mom used to go up country a lot. So I was left in town.
Up country where?
Kisumu.
Kisum City.
I come from somewhere called Rarieda. So my dad used to go up country a lot, and my sisters. I grew up with two sisters in the house, so
Okay.
my sisters used to be left in charge of everything.
Yeah.
So my sisters insisted that if I wanted to eat, I'd have to wash dishes.
Okay. I
Now.
like where this story is going.
Now, I hate washing dishes. To date, I hate washing dishes.
Any particular reason why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe
Well,
because
I hate cooking, but I like washing dishes.
you want to marry me.
This could work. Anyway, no. Okay. So you hated washing dishes?
So I hate washing dishes. I still do. So it's present continuous.
Okay. You're a jungle
So
man.
so I never agreed to wash dishes. So they said, look, Tony, if you're going, yes, my name is Tony.
Okay. Yes.
So Tony, if you're going to eat in this house,
Uh-huh.
you're going to have to wash dishes. If not, we're not going to cook. You'll have to cook for yourself.
Okay.
And that,
So you started cooking for yourself?
started cooking for myself, and at least I was able to cook for myself and leave a pile of dishes, and it grew from there.
How does
So-
that then progress?
Well, then I began. There was all the college thing, and then after a while, so we used to meet up with my friends, and every time we'd meet up, then I would do the meats.
Yeah.
I would do the meats, and this started with my dad. So my dad used to come
You do the
home, give
meats.
me
It's so proper.
yes,
So you do the nyama.
ringo.
Ringo.
Yes.
Yes. The meats.
So I'll do the meats. Actually, my dad would come with raw meat and tell me, "Hey, Tony, you want to try and roast this
Yeah.
meat?" So I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then when I started hanging out with my pals and there was a little money coming in, so we'd have dues.
Money from where?
I was working by then. I worked
You're
at
a
the call
dishwasher.
center. No.
Oh, you worked at really?
I did work
back
at
in
the
the day
call
when they were still like brand new
Yes,
and
they were
everything.
brand new. Like there was only one. I worked at the call center.
Okay.
That was hell.
Yeah.
At the call center,
Uh-huh.
I had to do two accents. I had to do
What do you
an
mean?
American accent
And?
when we're doing American products to the
Yeah.
Americans.
And a British one.
I had to try and do a British accent.
Okay, just do for me the
Attempt.
American one.
I can't do it.
Do the
Not
British
without
one.
embarrassing
Do
myself.
the British one.
No, I can't.
Come on, say good morning
Mona,
to you, Mona.
I can't
How do you
even
do?
remember. That was way back.
So
It
you
would-
quit.
Yes, I did. I did quit after a while when I joined banking.
Okay.
So that was a while back. But so like I was saying, so my would have these dues, and my friends would say, "All right, Tony, come and cook." So I would cook for guys.
Yeah. Is this
So-
the rugby crowd?
A lot of them.
I know
were
you
rugby
played
boys.
rugby. I know you played
Yes,
rugby at some
yes,
point.
I did play rugby.
Yeah,
at
tell me a
some
bit
point.
about that. Tell me a bit about that.
Rugby is the best game ever.
Uh-huh.
The problem with rugby and crack cocaine are the same.
It's addictive.
It is.
Okay.
And
Playing
then
it or watching it or both?
when you're playing it, it's even worse because
Okay.
there's nothing else that goes around in your head. You can't wait for the next game, and the night before the game you can't sleep because you can't wait for the
anxious,
game.
you're-
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So it consumes you.
Yeah.
It does consume you in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way, actually.
Okay.
So rugby was a good period of my life.
Wait, you played it in campus or after campus?
In campus since high school.
Yeah.
Actually, the first team that was ever at St. Mary's Yala I was in that team.
Oh, you're
so
in Yala.
yes, I was.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
that's a good school.
It's a
That's
good
a good
school.
school. Yeah.
Do we take a moment for that?
Let's take a moment and say,
Just accept how good a
Yala.
school that is.
okay, we can continue.
So yes, I played it at Yala, the pioneer team, and then moved on to the university where
Okay.
I played at Machine. I was the chairman of Machine at some
Oh,
point.
you were?
Yes, I was.
Oh, that is pretty
I
cool.
was the secretary of Machine at point. Before I
Yeah.
was the chairman, I was the secretary of the
Yeah.
club.
But you
Chairman
know what
of the
that
club.
means, though? You're not a very, like, straight-laced guy. Because all rugby players are a bit, right?
Is that true?
I think so.
No,
Isn't
it's
it?
not.
That's
it's
the
not.
reputation.
Rugby guys are the guys with their heads totally fixed on their shoulders, and they have good heads. So
Dude, you have to be a bit crazy to run into somebody on purpose and to accept that someone is going to run into you on purpose and to do this repeatedly. Yeah? It's not
and expect a different result.
and expect a different result and to be patched up and broken. And,
The funny thing is rugby, from your description, a different result does from time to time come up.
when you get through and you
When
score.
you get through and you score, yes.
So you live for that moment when you get through.
And
That's
it's
a
the
bit like
most
life.
it's the most exhilarating thing
Yeah.
ever.
That's a bit like life, I think, because passion, even, right? You keep on hitting the blocks until you get through and score.
Interestingly,
Yeah.
I mean, you spoke about doing the same thing over and over
In
again.
rugby,
Yeah,
yes.
in rugby, and that speaks into resilience.
Yeah.
That even when you go for something you love, even if it's a girl, you have to keep trying. She's going out with somebody else. You have to keep
Are
trying.
you serious, Tony?
Yes.
I think if she's going out with somebody else, you kind of like leave that one.
It's not written anywhere.
No, you keep trying
You have to keep trying.
against the odds. Yeah.
You have to come in here thinking you're the best. It's only that she doesn't know that.
So I'm going to take you back to this thing you've just said of no matter what your obstacles are, you have to come in knowing that you're the best.
Yes.
So take me through your food journey. How did you go from cooking for your friends, your rugby friends, to, I don't know, to first of all chefing, to now having opened, running a kitchen here at the Cove. Take me through that journey.
We have this thing with my friends, and then it's been going on for like 10 years or so. So every New Year's, we have something called an AGM. An
With your
AGM
friends.
Just my friends.
Okay.
So it's an AGM,
Interesting.
and at the AGM, we roast meat, just sit down and chill out and
Yeah.
talk about the year.
Yeah.
It's gotten better. The AGM has gotten better with years because
Yeah.
we've grown older, and then we've had.
Is this the same
we've
group of
had our
friends?
something. Yes, it is. Basically
How many?
the same group. 15, 20.
Wow, that's really
So-
cool. All men or mixed?
They're all men.
Oh, okay, that's
No,
really
man.
cool.
We meet and do meats and stuff like that. We sit down, do barbecue. And so we spend New Year's together.
Okay.
From there, one of the friends invited me for his barbecue. So when I went to his place, he said, Tony, do me some meat. And I did this 2 or 3 times. And then one day his wife just paid me.
Really?
I'm like, come on, you don't really need to do this. Her name is Karen. So Karen, you don't really need to do this. So no, you did a good job, so
Yeah.
I'll pay you.
So they were buying the meat and then you come and you...
And I do it, yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes I come with the meat. So it was a family thing for
Yeah.
them. So Karen paid me, and I was like, okay, fine.
How much
that's
did she
good.
pay you?
It was like 3,000 bob.
But you're thinking, ooh.
And she's my friend.
Yes, yes.
And the next weekend, funnily enough, I went to another friend's house
yeah,
who's not part of the AGM,
yeah.
but who just called me and said, hey, Tony, come, sit. So when I got there, and then the meat was on there, so I did the meat. At the end of it, she paid me.
Again.
Yes, the next weekend.
Yeah.
And that was pretty strange.
Yeah.
So she paid me, and I was like, no, she's called June.
Same amount?
June.
Sort of.
The
Yeah,
same amount.
yeah.
So I can't even remember the exact amount. But I think
It's
it
just
was about
that you were
3,000.
given something.
Yes. So I was like, no, you don't need to pay me. I said, no, just because you've done a good job.
You know what is...
Funnily enough, and what still bugs me, is the guys didn't bother to pay me.
Who, the men?
Yes. Those are my friends. They know what I've done.
Yeah.
None of them stepped up and said, hey, Tony,
Yeah.
here's something. It was their wives
That did it.
that did it.
But you know what I think, though? And I was talking about this in my intro video to this show. When we set up on a journey of our passion, usually there are some doors that will open which we never would have expected to open. For instance, you'd have expected it's your friends who would have said, you know, Tony, you've been doing this, have some money. But it was their wives who did it.
Yes.
And I think it's because the universe, God, will open for us the most unexpected door so that that voice can be so loud to say, you're supposed to be doing this. Because I kid you not, I think if your friends had been the ones to give you the money, it wouldn't have really meant anything to you. You know, you'd have been like, you know, cheers, man. And you would not have, those things would not have been rolling in your head.
I hear you.
Yeah.
And maybe, yes. Probably. But that's where the journey
idea
began.
Exactly.
No, that's where the journey began.
Yeah.
So I said, look, I sat down and said to myself, if they can pay me and it's that good, probably I need to do this on a regular.
Yeah.
So then I began, I put in about 8,000 bob. I bought some
That was
grills.
like your startup capital now, yeah.
It was. So then I bought 2 grills. And so I
Just
put
the
grills.
the normal.
The normal grills.
Yeah.
I still have the same.
Oh, nice.
I still have the same 2 grills
Yeah.
now.
Is that like
I
more
keep redoing
sentimental?
them. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like a lucky charm. I keep thinking if I get rid of them, I'll
Your
be
luck
done.
will.
I'll be done. So I bought 2 grills, and then I said, okay, Tony, tell guys that you can do this.
Yeah.
So I began selling myself out. The good thing is, on social media, I was more or less
You were known already.
Yes.
But this was via rugby now.
via rugby.
Okay.
So then I just
You
told my
guys had
figures-
like a rugby page or something, or you just all
No,
were
it was
friends?
just Jah Juok.
Jah
It was
Juok.
just Jah Juok.
Why are you called Jah Juok?
Oh dear.
First of all, what is Jah
Oh
Juok?
dear. So my mom actually used to call me Tony in Jah Juok. What?
Which means what?
It night runner, but because I used to go to the club a lot when I was younger. So
Also, you used to wonder, what are you doing out there at
yeah,
night?
you're always out at night. Man.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
You're coming back in the morning in Jah Juok. which in Luak is like asking, are you a night runner? What's up with you? So yeah, my mom played a big part in the name Jah
Yeah.
Juok.
Tell me
Since
about
then,
that.
it's become a brand.
Jah Juok and Why Not Barbecue. Why Not Barbecue is the name of your what?
Why Not Barbecue spells Tony backwards.
Aha. Okay. So you're all about all these synonyms and all these things coming together.
That was not me. That was a friend of mine who also
Okay.
encouraged me. She's called Laura.
Okay.
Laura encouraged me, pushed me to do this. Because I had a full-time job, so not everybody was as encouraging.
Yeah.
And then there's some particular people who, it's always the girls. I don't know.
That is interesting. That you should
I
say
don't
that.
know whether later in life, yes, the guys were pushing, yeah, you can do it, you
Yeah.
can do it. But then, before this came out,
Uh-huh.
it was always the girls. It's like, yeah, look into it.
But I think it's because people take you for granted. I have come to find that the people in your circles will a lot of the time start taking you for granted because they're so used to seeing you doing a certain thing. They can't think of
They
you
don't
outside
care
of that.
less, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't care
So I think
less.
sometimes when you want to grow, you have to step out of your circles so people can see you in a different way. You know what I mean?
Could
Yeah.
be. Okay.
But the franchise, tell me a bit about that. What exactly is Why Not Barbecue?
Why Not Barbecue is you chill with grill.
Okay.
That's my tagline. That's it. There's no great story behind it.
Yeah.
There's no. I just want to grill
Yeah.
while you guys chill.
Okay.
That's it.
So what do you do? People call you to come and grill? Are you stationed somewhere? Do you deliver?
So I do all that now. In the beginning, it was just me going to places where people would like to
Like a grill for hire
a grill
sort of
for-
thing.
yes.
Yes. Okay.
So cool.
Huh?
Grill for
A
hire.
grill for hire. I'm gonna see
See,
that
it's the
next.
girls. It's always the girls that's coming up with good stuff. Yeah, so I did a lot of stuff. National Park.
Yeah.
I did it at guys' houses. I did it at people's offices. I did a lot of it outside.
The park. How you talked to? How did that happen? Specifically?
So the Nairobi National Park has picnic sites.
Okay.
So
Yes.
so
Yes.
So just put my grills in the car
And you call friends
go.
and.
The first time I did try to bring together a group of people, which It turned out good. It was actually a good event, but then I realized I'm not the kind of the creating the event is not my thing.
Okay.
So right now I just concentrate
Yeah.
on providing it on providing the service
Yeah.
of grilling the meat.
Yeah.
Grilling the meat, which is what I do now.
There's something interesting you have said, which you realized creating an event was not your thing. So you then focused on what your strength is.
Yes.
How does somebody discover what their strength is? For instance, I'm a writer, okay? I've done events as well. I've gone through acting, I've sang, I've danced. And eventually, I think life just kind of like zeroed me in more into writing and trying to tell people stories, which is what we're doing now. So, in your experience, how does somebody discover that? Is it accidental? Is it deliberate?
It is deliberate. It's deliberate up to the point that in life you have certain choices you pick up, just the way you pick up a sport
Yeah,
and excel in that sport and love that sport.
yeah,
It's just the same way I picked up barbecue
yeah,
and I loved it. And then the push from the few people that I had,
yeah.
and in you can make this into something that generates income. That was important. But then if you don't have passion, then you probably are not going to make it at what you're doing.